fine story of Francis and the wolf. Once upon a long time ago, in the mountains of a country called Italy, why, from there was more than spaghetti and statues and paintings. There was, in a little village called Gubbio, a wolf. In the morning, the people would gather around a well in the center of their village, not just to get water, but to talk about what was happening. On this morning, after they heard the sound we just made, they cried, "Did you hear that scary sound last night?" "I certainly did." "Do you know what I think it was?" "A wolf." And one of the farmers said, "It was a wolf. The wolf came and ate one of my chickens, my favorite one." Oh, guess what happened to me? I found one of my sheep. It was gone, and there was blood. The wolf ate my sheep. I'm worried. Me too. Me three. I'm worried that wolf is out there and it might come by and eat one of our children. And then, wait a minute, everyone, please listen. Now, I'm the mayor of the village of Gubbio. And yes, I heard the wolf too. And I hear all of you. We know the wolf has eaten a chicken and a lamb. It might eat something more. But you know what this means we have to do? We have to go out and find that wolf, and then we have to kill it. Well, listen. That wolf is dangerous. The wolf might kill one of us first. I'm not going to go try to kill that wolf. I'm not going to try to kill it either. It's too scary. It's too scary. And so they said, let's try to find where the wolf lives. Well, they went out that day and they looked up high in the mountains where they saw the snow, and they saw the footprints of the wolf from where it had come down. And then they went and looked and they saw the farm where the wolf had taken the chicken and the field where the wolf had taken the lamb. And then they wondered and worried. Would the wolf take one of our children? We better find that wolf. And they noticed, hey, look, I see the wolf's footprints. They go to that cave. The people went around the cave. And one said, one of us should go in the cave and try to kill the wolf. I'm not going in. I'm too scared to go in. And then they stood and did not know what to do. The mayor said, all we can do now really is say a prayer and hope our prayers get answered in some good way. And so, they put their hands together and their hands over their hearts and closed their eyes and they began to pray. Mostly they prayed the wolf would not eat their children or even their animals. And when the prayer ended and they opened their eyes, they realized there was a kind of thin man with brown hair cut in a circle around his head. They said, who are you? Have you been here a long time? You've got a funny haircut. He laughed and said, I just came when you began to pray. Beautiful. It lifts my heart. But you look troubled. It's not my haircut, though, that troubles you. It's a wolf, isn't it? Yes, a wolf has come. It ate our chicken and our lamb, and we're afraid it's going to eat our children, and we think it's right in that cave. Are you going to help us? Are you the answer to our prayer? Well, I suppose I am. Who are you? My name is Francis. I'm traveling, walking. I'm going to meet with my friend Claire. But what did you say was in there? In that lair? A wolf. It ate our chickens and our lamb, and we're afraid it's going to eat our children. Well, all God's creatures have some goodness in them. Let me see if I can bring out the wolf's goodness. You're not going to go in there. Listen, stranger, you may have a funny haircut, but we don't want to see the wolf eat you up. Oh, you just said a prayer. I'm going to trust that the prayer will work. And this fellow, who wore nothing more than a rough brown robe, and instead of a belt, he had a rope. He crawled into that cave. Wolf, oh wolf, wolf, he said in a soft voice. Wolf, wolf. Everyone, try and say that. Say, wolf. Oh, shh, be softer, sweeter. Say, wolf. And he heard this. Oh, oh. And this. And then, shh, it got very quiet. The people of Gubbio waiting outside the cave, worried. What do you think happened? Maybe the wolf ate poor Francis. I hope not, said the mayor of Gubbio. And then, everyone, look, here's your wolf. And they stood looking. Their eyes got big as saucers when they saw, coming out of the cave, Francis with his hand on the wolf, petting it as if it was a dog. And the wolf sat there. It still looked a little bit frightful, with its tongue lollygagging out. Francis said, I don't quite understand how wolves speak, but I do know this. This is an old hungry wolf. The other wolves chased it from down in the mountains to here. It was so hungry it ate the chicken and the lamb, and it won't eat your children if what? If you keep your dinner scraps and give them to the wolf. It will eat that instead, and something else. The wolf will be a blessing. How, wondered the people. This wolf will keep the other wolves away, and this wolf will scare away any thieves coming to steal from your farms. But all you need to do is give it some leftovers. And the people of Gubbio looked at one another and said, That's a wonderful idea. I have lots of leftovers. We'll put them in a pot by this cave. And that's exactly what they did. And the wolf never ate another chicken or a lamb, and forget about eating a child, it did not. And when some wolves came round, and went, ow, ow, Our big old wolf made an even louder howl. It went, everyone go, oh, oh, oh! And the wolves ran away into the mountains. And when some thieves came by, hey, I'm going to steal those suspenders. I'm going to take those hair ties and get that hat. I'm getting those glasses and that bandana. We're going to steal all this. I'm stealing from you and you and you and you. And then the wolf came out and saw the thieves and gave a growl. Everyone growl at those thieves. Go, ah, ah. And the thieves got scared, ah, and ran away. And then the people said, oh, Francis, why don't you stay with us? He said, oh, I wish I could, but God is calling me to visit some other people to help just the way I helped you. I'm sorry, but I must go. My friend Claire and the others await me. And off went Francis to help others. And Francis proved to be so helpful, not just with the wolf, but with the poor, the sick, the sad, that when it came time for Francis to die, people said that Francis was and is a saint. And two last things. If you ever go to Italy, you can look at the fine paintings, have some pizza. It's different in Italy. And go to the village of Gubbio, and you will see a statue of Saint Francis and the what? And the what? The wolf. And finally, does anyone know what name the Pope has? What's the Pope's name? Pope Francis. Now, why do you think he called himself? Because if you get to become Pope, you change your name. Why do you think he called himself Francis? Yes?
I think he called himself Pope Francis because he wanted to be helpful. He was very helpful and a kind man.
He was a helpful, kind man, like?
Just like Francis.
Just like Saint Francis, exactly.